everybody, Erica from The In-Between. Today I'm going to be diving into a course called Six Figure Dropshipper, also known as 6FDS, a dropshipping course that's been around for a while now. This program was created by a guy named Reza Qorbanie, I hope I'm saying that name right. He claims that his course can help you build a $10,000 a month dropshipping store in just under 6 weeks. Now, that is a bold promise, and it's one that's caught the attention of many in the e-commerce world, especially beginners. So just to give you a little bit of background, Six Figure Dropshipper has been on the market for just a few years now and is especially popular in countries like Australia, but really targets anyone looking to break into e-commerce through dropshipping. So Reza started his own e-commerce journey really young. I think he was just about 17 years old when he was able to hit his first six figures. And then he obviously went on to create this course to share the strategies that supposedly brought him all that success. So since its launch, the course has gathered a lot of mixed reviews from students. Some have really praised the program, while others have raised concerns about its effectiveness and course value. So that's why I'm going to be breaking down what the course really offers, see if it delivers on its promises, and figure out really whether it's worth your time and money, or to see if there are better options out there. And just a quick disclaimer here, guys, I'm not getting paid or sponsored to write this review of Six Figure Dropshipper. Everything I'm sharing is based on my own experience and research with the program, so just rest assured that you're getting my genuine, unfiltered thoughts. Okay, so breaking down what's actually inside Six Figure Dropshipper, the course is split into over 150 video modules that seem to cover everything from setting up your store and finding reliable suppliers to being able to research the right products and market them correctly. One thing to point out about the program that is different from others is the strong community. I think it has over 7,000 students already enrolled. Plus, you can learn directly from coaches who have built 6 or 7 figure businesses along the way. So one of the unique things is being able to have that direct mentorship from people who have gone through your same shoes. So if you're interested in signing up, you can't just do it off the fly. You will need to book a pretty lengthy 40-minute call after visiting their free consultation page. You'll see here on the right, you can click there, and you'll basically go through what's their version of a mini screening by one of their coaches to really just make sure you're serious and actually ready to commit. Because let's be real, guys, the course is comprehensive and step-by-step, but you are really not going to have your hand held at all while going through the training over the next couple weeks. So in terms of reviews from students and other social proof, I wasn't able to find much on the internet other than Reddit. Usually a lot of courses will have a reputation on Trustpilot at least, and the reviews will be somewhat mixed. From what I can see, a lot of students who have joined the program have faced a lot of significant issues in terms of things like poor communication and customer service. Other students also report that getting help is difficult when the team does reach out with slow responses that aren't always helpful. Also, many feel like the course content is just very basic for the $2,000 price tag attached. From what I was able to dig up on Reddit, a lot of students basically say the same thing, that you're essentially paying for information that's readily available for free on places like YouTube and other online sources. And just to kind of top it off, a lot of students have invested thousands of dollars in the programs and ads only to see minimal returns, leaving them feeling like they wasted both time and money. Another thing that I will add is most of the positive reviews that you'll find about the program are only found on Reza's homepage or Facebook page and nowhere else, which makes it extremely difficult to trust if the opinions you're seeing are actually real or not. So as for pricing, the Six Figure Dropshipper course costs about $2,000, which in Australian dollars is about $3,000, which isn't a crazy investment compared to other dropshipping trainings out there. But if you're just starting out, it can definitely seem like a lot, especially considering you're not taking into account other dropshipping overhead like ads and the day-to-day of actually running your store. That alone, without any kind of guidance, takes a lot more capital than is advertised by many course gurus out there. I think that there's this common misnomer that dropshipping is sort of like a low risk or low upfront investment business model, But to actually see consistent success, you're gonna have to constantly be pouring that money back into your business. So while the course does offer one-on-one coaching and a step-by-step guide, the overall price tag of buying the program training plus running your own store makes it a really tough call, especially when there are other courses out there that offer similar content for way less money. Plus, don't forget you'll need to budget for things like ads, which can really start to add up quick. Also, the refund policy is pretty tricky if you look at the terms and conditions page. There's actually 2 policies set in place and they sound pretty good on the surface, I'm not gonna lie, but there are a lot of things to consider. One, the full refund is only applicable if you don't make a single sale within 7 months, which might be tricky to prove if you do everything that they ask. And second, the partial refund for changing your mind, that percent gets dropped really fast, and after 30 days, you're basically out of luck. So while it's nice that they offer something, it does feel like the odds are still stacked against you. Just to me, all around seems like once you're in the program, you're in, your money is now theirs, and you're just gonna get a lot of pushback to try to get your investment back in your pocket. All of this to say that while dropshipping might seem like an easy way to make money online, there are tons of real challenges that you've got to consider first. First of all, the profit margins are very slim. I'm talking about, 10 to 20%, maybe over 20% if you're lucky. You're also competing with tons of other sellers, brands, and manufacturers. And because you're not buying in bulk like other models like, Amazon FBA, you're not getting the best prices. And that means you're gonna have to sell a lot of units to make any decent money. Another issue is a low barrier to entry. That pretty much means that, anybody can start a dropshipping business these days, which means that the market is flooded with competition. Like I said, keeping your business afloat in that type of condition really requires constant reinvestment, whether it's for ads, updating your products, or dealing with things like returns. And these ongoing costs can really eat into your profits quickly, guys. And let's not forget the lack of control that you have when you're having any type of e-commerce business. You're mainly relying on suppliers to ship your products and maintain that quality. And if something does go wrong, which 99% of the time it will, it is your reputation on the line. So dealing with things like customer service issues is inevitable, especially if products arrive late or damaged, which just can be a whole other headache. I do want to conclude this 6-figure dropshipper review by saying it's definitely a legitimate course and it does come with its respective perks like one-on-one coaching and Reza's experience, especially if you're in countries like Australia or New Zealand. But with the things like high price, basic content, and mixed reviews, it's definitely tough for me to recommend. And like I mentioned, guys, dropshipping is a very low margin business model. It requires constant attention and it can feel like you're just taking on another 9-to-5 job, especially with all of the things that can go wrong and dealing with angry customers all the time. I'm not gonna lie, I literally get PTSD flashbacks of my old 9-to-5 job. And the sad truth is that there are just a lot of similarities between the two, minus the steady paycheck. That's why I will always prefer the digital rental method. It offers much better profit margins, more control, and way less competition. When I was first getting started in this business, I built my own website targeting a fencing company. And although I don't have my own fencing company, I'm not related to that niche in any way, I did know how to rank the site. And I'm not kidding you guys, within 6 to 8 weeks, it was #1 on Google and has stayed there ever since with little to no maintenance on my end. This method works for any service-based business like roofing, plumbing, or towing. The way it works is that somebody basically just searches for the service online, finds my site, calls the number, and the call goes straight to a contractor. From there, they basically get the job done, get paid, and I earn what is called a finder's fee, which can range anywhere from $500 to $2,000 or more, just depending on the niche that you get into. And since most competitors don't know how to rank a website themselves, I easily outrank them every time and capture most of the calls. So if you're serious about making money online and want something with real growth potential, the digital rental method is worth checking out every time. It's much more stable and controlled, and honestly, I wouldn't recommend a six-figure dropshipper just because there are much better alternatives out there. All right, guys, that's it for today's review of six-figure dropshipper. Hopefully this gave you a little bit better of a picture of what the course offers and whether or not it's the right fit for you. If you tried the course or have any thoughts or comments, definitely feel free to share them in the comments below. And if you found this review helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more content just like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.